Hi guys, it's Jamie, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to enter information into the coverage table so that you can get your insurance estimates extremely accurate for your patient. So we'll go through the basics of entering in information for preventative, basic, and major services, but also how to really dial those in and make them very procedure specific so that you can be as accurate as possible when doing treatment plans. So let's get right into it.
So to get started, we want to find the insurance plan that we want to update. So to do this, we'll go into the office manager and on the top toolbar, go to maintenance, reference, and insurance maintenance. From here, find the insurance carrier and group plan that you want to work on. I just created this test insurance. So we'll click this and then we'll click benefits and coverage right here. And this will open our dental insurance benefits and coverage section. I want to point out here that anything you change here will affect every patient on this plan. So just make sure that you're in the correct one and that you're aware that this will change for every patient attached to this insurance plan. So on this left toolbar, we want to go to coverage table, and this is the entire coverage table for this insurance plan. Now, if yours is blank, that's totally fine. It's actually very common, but this table allows you to get more specific and control coverage by specific procedure codes or by categories, which is super helpful. So you can see this is going to show you all of your categories here and your procedure codes. So these are all of the diagnostic and preventative codes here, broken down by procedure code sections. So you can see this is going from 0100 to 0209. This shows you the coverage for that specific set of procedure codes. So right here, it's 100%. This is considered preventative for the deductible. You can enter if there's a copay or a pre-authorization required. To make changes here, all you need to do is just double click in here and you could change this to 80% covered if that's what applies for this insurance plan. So with the information that you have from the insurance company about the coverages, you can enter all of that information in here by each section. Over here on the right side, you can also select a standard coverage table. So if you go to this drop down, you can see these sections here. So you can go default coverage table, and you can see it will ask me the current coverage table entries will be replaced with the selected standard coverage table. Do you want to continue? You can say yes. And that will enter this standard coverage table, 100% for diagnostic and preventative, 80% for basic, 50% for major procedures. And you can scroll through and make changes as you need to, but just by double clicking. And you'll want to enter all of the information here. If a pre-authorization is required, you can just check mark this box right here. What this is doing is telling Dentrix, no matter what the general plan percentages say, when you see this code, use this coverage. So instead of Dentrix just assuming based on the category, it now has very specific instructions, which help tailor your treatment plans to be more accurate. You can also use this to get very specific. So in this scenario, we'll scroll all the way to the bottom. This adjunctive service, this D9944, this is an occlusal guard. You can see it automatically set it as 80%. We'll say all of their basic procedures are covered at 80%, but this specific plan does not cover occlusal guards. You can add that in here. So this single code was already previously added, but to add this yourself, you can just go to this add button right here and you can enter a specific code. So you can do something just like that, D9944 for an occlusal guard. So the beginning procedure and the ending procedure in this case would be the same because we only want it to recognize this one specific code as not a covered benefit. We can add in the category here. So we'll just call this occlusal guard. And then we can set the coverage amount right here. So we can just leave it as 0. And when we hit save, then we know that anytime an occlusal guard is treatment planned, even though it's typically considered 80% with the standard coverage table, this plan does not cover occlusal guards. We have it automatically set to 0%. So you can use this to get as dialed in as you want to be for your office. So you can give your patients a really accurate estimate for what their insurance is going to cover. Now, we're going to get into more details on insurance in an upcoming video. We're going to go through exceptions and how to enter alternate benefits and like amalgam downgrades age limitations, frequency limitations. We're going to get into all of that in an upcoming video, but I just wanted to go through kind of the basics of entering in all of the coverage table information.
Okay, so you can see that entering this information into the coverage table can help you be extremely accurate and get really dialed into these specific nuances of a dental insurance plan. So I hope that this video helped you. If so, subscribe to this channel. I put out new dental tech tips and Dentrix tutorials every week. If you are part of the admin team, I have an entire playlist dedicated to you guys. So check out that, and I will see you guys in the next one.